Hey everybody, I'm Siobhan Tuvino, and this is another episode of Hard Hat Legends. And today I have with me Mr. Cody Sharp, and you are with
Sharp Plumbing.
Sharp Plumbing. So thank you so much for being here and giving us of your time.
Sure.
Okay, first question. You ready to just jump in?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your first paying job as a young man?
McDonald's was probably my first official job.
Okay.
That was between my junior and senior year.
Okay.
So,
now, did you play sports in school?
I did. I played football.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard when you're playing football and working at the same time.
Yeah. I actually, may be jumping ahead, but one of my other first jobs was shingle roofing. And
Okay.
So I had to jockey my weight training around my job. Everybody else was doing it in the middle of the day while I was on a roof. But
Oh my.
yeah, so it was.
Okay.
That was a different deal, but
Yeah. We have kids that played sports, and that was one. Well, I can't get a job because I have to be at 2 football practices. Oh yeah, buddy. Let's try again.
Yeah, we have our kids are both in travel sports too, and it's crazy.
Yeah. All right. How did you get into the construction industry?
So the shingle roofing that I did, actually, my stepdad's house at the time, the guy was roofing our house, so I was looking for something to do and was just kind of helping while he was on our house, and he was like, "Hey, you want to, keep working for the summer?" So that got me interested in that, and I don't know that I would say that got me into the trades because it was hard and hot and nasty work.
Yeah.
But that was kind of my first taste of it. And then I did some. I worked at Dayco for a while, and wasn't really a fan. A couple of years, wasn't a super big fan of the factory life. Working like second shift and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I got on actually at Stiles Roofing. I worked there almost 10 years doing commercial flat roofing.
Oh wow.
And yeah, that takes a different person to do as well. It's hot and, and nasty, but it was the commercial side of it, so I enjoyed it. It's not, most of it was flat and just that kind of thing. But my wife, we were just dating at the time, but a lady that she worked with at Farrell Duncan, her husband was a plumber and was kind of looking for something a little more in the skilled side of things. Not that roofing's not, but more the mechanical or HVAC or plumbing and whatnot. And he was a plumber at Gold actually, and so we had dinner a few times, and he actually came to our house and helped me when we were having our little one we needed a bathtub, so he helped me with that, and just kind of started from there. Ended up had an interview with them and kind of kicked it around. It was almost a year later, but went ahead and pulled the trigger, started plumbing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, did you go to school to learn your trade, or did you get next to somebody and they taught you how to?
I got on at Gold, and we worked enough hours that I got a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, yes and no. Plenty of overtime, but it kind of was a springboard, you know what I mean? You learn a lot more. I mean, obviously, the on-the-job aspect of it, if you're working more hours, you're learning it quicker. So
yeah, well, and I'm a hands-on type of person, so I don't do well with the books and such. I have to see how you're doing it so I can learn it. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What made you choose plumbing over all the other trades?
Like I said, I don't know if there's any specific reason. It was just talking to Greg a little bit and him kind of nudging me that way, and just once I got into it, I really enjoyed it, and there's a lot of different aspects of it, and it's something that same as with electrical or HVAC, there's always always going to be a necessity for that. So but yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's figuring out how things work, and some of the stuff that we do is a design build or whatever, and having to kind of design on the fly, and just I enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think you would be doing if you weren't doing this? Is there like a dream job that you think, I kind of wish, maybe, kind of, sort of, but not really?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I like to talk a lot, so probably something with sales.
Yeah.
I probably could there for a while. I thought about doing that when I was a lot younger, getting into even like selling cars or something like that. I never acted on it, or real estate, just that aspect of connecting with people and trying to find what they need.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe something along those lines. I don't know. I've been so locked in with what we're doing. It kind of just took off. So it's just kind of hanging on.
There's not very many men like you that like to talk.
Yeah.
Most of them are very quiet, but
Yeah.
I know a few that have the gift of gab.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I saw you had John on here.
I did.
So fun fact, his older brother and that's my best friend from high school.
Really?
So, yeah. Travis is an engineer. He went to UMR and they live around Omaha now, but I saw that.
Huh.
So,
yeah.
John's
He's very cool.
kind of like a secondary little brother to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. How has your career progressed as you got started?
I mean, as far as on my, I don't know where to start with that. I started at Gold and didn't know anything, and then obviously I worked there 5 years and picked up the trade and got enough time under my belt to get some licenses, and then I worked at Richland for a year, and then I started out on my own in fall of 2019. And it's just been kind of a nonstop learning experience, just because I knew how to do the work, but then learning the other side of it as far as the business aspect. And when I first decided to take the plunge and go out on my own, we got the Tractor Supply in Lebanon, was like a remodel, and we got in with these guys, and at that time I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take a time out of my day every day to reach out to somebody and try to just beat the streets and drum up some work and make sure that I could do it on my own and have the work to do so. And I didn't have to do that very long. I mean,
oh, that's good.
About a month, and then it was like, all right, we need, things need to slow down. And then it was like, well, we'll catch up next week. And it's 7 years later, and COVID kind of threw us a curveball. I mean, I literally started.
That threw everybody a curveball.
Yeah, so the guys that I did that Tractor Supply with, they do a lot of travel work, Tractor Supply, Dollar General, different outfits, Target, and we were going to do a Target in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and actually started it, and then COVID hit like halfway through, and we went ahead and finished it, but it's kind of a nerve-wracking time, whenever you're just getting going and everything's kind of springboarding and feeling good, and then that, but they kind of switched gears, that general contractor, and started doing Dollar Generals. And I've been to every Dollar General between here and the coast, because that was just, I would just go and do them. There was just a couple of us. My cousins worked with me for the longest, and at that time there was two of us. His wife was deployed to Colombia in the National Guard, so he had to stay home, and make sure he was there for the little one after school and whatnot. So it was just me out on the road, and I had him working here, and everything's kind of worked out and like it's supposed to, I guess. We've just
That's kind of nerve-wracking when you have a family at home.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better when you're doing it for yourself and not, and kind of can make. I was pretty good about making. I was gone a lot, but I could kind of choreograph it to where I was home for the stuff that mattered.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot.
Yeah.
But,
when Sean first started with, it used to be Build Spec, and then he changed jobs to Branco. He was gone, I swear he was gone six to 8 weeks at a time, and then he'd come home for like a week or two and then leave again.
Yeah.
That was so hard, because when he was gone, I'd get in a groove with the kids, and when he came back, it was like, no, that's not how we do it. You need to just stop. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, mine, luckily, most of mine was 3 or 4 days at the most, and then
that's good.
I'd kind of go make a circle. And the Dollar Generals, there's just not, not a lot of plumbing. A lot of it was retrofits and stuff that it was already there. It was just kind of tune it a little bit, and then go back and put all the fixtures in. So
okay.
But yeah, it's been good.
All right. What advice would you give someone in the trades that is seeking promotion?
Man, my biggest deal is just getting in there and getting after it. I mean, there's so many people that want to tell you why they can't do something instead of just figuring out a way to do it.
Yep.
And from a position of leadership, and when you've got people that you're trying to rely on, that's huge. and knowing when to maybe ring that bell and say, hey, I just want you to look at this. I mean, there's definitely, times to ask for help or, to get a second opinion, but there's just a lot of times that it's like, people spend too much time worrying about why they can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that we're definitely like, obviously in a shortage, and anybody that's going to have the gumption to get in there and try to work for it, I don't think you would have a hard time.
Absolutely not.
Climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
Basically, the sky's the limit for people that want to get in the trades and show up and do a good job and and take a little pride in what they're doing. That'll come naturally because there's just not there's not people in general, let alone people that want to make a solid effort. So that would be my.
Okay. What has been a positive about owning your own business?
Kind of like what I just spoke on there, being able to, it's a lot of hours. My wife gets excited because sometimes it's hard to turn off, but I can jockey my schedule around to make it to the stuff that's important, the travel ball and the school ball and just all the different activities and functions that the kids have. That's probably the biggest blessing for me is I spent the first couple of years being gone quite a bit. And luckily, the kids were still, a little bit younger. And then Mason, our son, works for us, and what year did he graduated 2 years ago. So I was busy then, but I still could catch basketball games and stuff. And and then the younger, our daughters are growing up, and one's playing travel softball, one's playing travel basketball, they're going. We were 3 weeks ago we were in Louisville, and then 2 weeks ago we were in Columbia, and then last weekend we went to Tulsa, all for basketball. It's literally just nonstop. So
we lived that for a while.
Yeah. I can imagine Tanner probably played some travel ball.
Yes, he did. Yep.
But that's the biggest blessing I think is just being able to make that schedule.
On the other side of that, what is a negative of owning your own business?
Same thing, just I've gotten better at shutting it off here lately. My wife would argue with that just because I kind of let myself get overrun here for the first time about a month ago and got a lot of work all at once, and I wasn't really paying as close of attention as I should have been with some of the travel work that we do. Yeah. And so that kind of got to that was a big burden, and I've had to work through that, and I'm definitely getting there. But that part of it, the stress that comes along with it, it's like I said, you take the good with the bad. So it's worth it as far as I'm concerned. But as far as the negative, that's probably it. It's just it's a lot when you've got, and we've got a lot of great people that work for us, and feeling the the load of trying to keep them busy and make sure everybody's getting that paycheck and it's not just counting cash. There's a lot that goes into it, you know what I mean, and wanting to take care of the people that are taking care of us. And
you absolutely don't want to lose good health.
No,
so there's that balance.
Yeah, for sure. And always looking down the road and trying to bring in more work. And but we've got a lot of great people and office help and everything.
That's good.
It's a good spot to be in. And that makes the whole being able to ease out and go to the ball games or whatever, it makes it definitely possible.
That's good.
It's all progressed and it's,
Okay. What are some ways your company is bringing people into the trades?
Well, we're actually a union contractor.
Okay.
So, they just opened up the apprenticeship program, and it sounds like they've got a lot of candidates signed up for that.
Oh, good.
They just built a new hall, state-of-the-art training facility. They're I think training them, they got a lot of good stuff that they can work with and kind of get their hands on. Plus, they get the best of both worlds. They get to do that a couple nights a week during class, and then they also are doing it on the job, which is great.
So they're getting paid while they're doing the training. So that's amazing.
Yeah, they're Monday to Friday, the normal work hours, and then they get to go and kind of tune it up.
Yeah.
during their class time. So
That's good.
yeah.
Okay.
it's-
Who has been a mentor for you, and what piece of advice did they give you that you still use today? And if you have more than one, that's fine.
Yeah. So at Gold, Javier was the guy that I kind of got thrown with right out of the gate. Probably one of the best plumbers I know, and work ethic wise, the guy just doesn't stop. I mean, he just that was where that whole
Yeah.
60 or 70 hours a week came in, because that guy just he was on one. We were always working, but he'd been there and done it, and he knew I was eager to figure it out,
Right.
and that was huge. He was very helpful in teaching me what he knew, and he could tell that it wasn't going on wasted time. He was
Good.
He was putting something forward. So
I love mentors like that.
yeah, he definitely, if somebody's showing an interest, and he's all about expanding and trying to get more plumbers out there. Just, I mean, like everybody else, there's just not enough. But
Yep.
but yeah, he's probably the biggest one. And as far as starting my own business, it was Robbie Edwards that owns Show Me Fire, or well, it's Jayhawk now, but he told me you win some and you learn some. And so
That's good.
it's I've done some learning and some winning, and so that's like, I was asking him when I was first thinking about it, and he's like, man, you do it, you'll figure it out. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, he's right. I mean, it's crazy where I'm at now, is where I wanted to be automatically 7 years ago when I started my business, and it's just, you get to see it as it's progressing and growing organically, and it's like, you want to run basically before you walk, but
Right.
It's definitely interesting and gives you more of appreciation for it, obviously, too, but and the friendships and the acquaintances that you make, Sean and all the guys, the different people that run a lot of these companies. And Springfield's a big town, but it starts getting smaller when you're talking about
It's
the
like
trades.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, the estimators, and then even.
And I love that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good that you can make those phone calls, and everybody does pretty good about working together, and that's been good.
So when you first started with Gold, did you even think that you would be in the position you are today? Or was that a goal for you, or was this something that just kind of came organically?
So, I don't know. I kind of always have had that, bug to work for myself. I tried a detail shop, Joe, whenever I was in my early 20s, and ran with it for a little while, and realized I needed something more, stable. And then so even while I was at Gold, I did chuck wagon racing for a while.
Did you?
So I had a team of horses, and my mind, the entrepreneurial side of it, always turning. I'm like, I've got these horses that are broke to a wagon. So, we went and bought a carriage and did carriage rides for weddings and stuff, on the side.
That's so cool.
It was a lot of work, but it was neat. And it was funny just because these horses were racing one weekend, and then we'd be
Just
they were
strolling along.
Yeah, they were just dead gentle, broke. But
Aw.
but then, like I said, so I've kind of always had that itch, and then the further I got into plumbing, the more I was like, this is definitely something a person can do on their own. You know what I mean? And depending, I kind of monkey see, monkey do. So it's like Gold was where I started, and that's what I knew. So it's like or not mechanical, but the commercial side of it.
Right.
So I'm like, well, that's what I would like to do, is do that aspect of plumbing, some of the bigger stuff, maybe not full blown, industrial type stuff, but a lot of the stuff that we're doing now. So that was kind of when I was like, and then started doing some on the side. And then when it was like, well, when that side work became more hours than the work, I was just like, I might as well do it on my own. So that's kind of always knew I wanted to have my own thing, but didn't really know in what capacity.
Yeah.
So that plumbing was a good one to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any ideas or suggestions for other people to bring people into the trades?
Man, I don't know. Just keep talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the schools, I think, are all starting to kind of get on board and realize that that they can help. And I shouldn't say just finally starting to. I think a lot of the OTC and a lot of them have had programs. It's just seems like they're really promoting it now.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And they're
Yeah.
really turning up the labs and the things that they need to kind of run people through there and get them educated a little bit to get them out there and get them in. So that, just there's a lot of good things, I think, not just the stigma that you have to have the 4-year degree, which I'm all for as well.
But college isn't for some kids.
It's just not. I mean, Travis, John's older brother, he knew he wanted to be an engineer. Literally, like we were freshmen.
Yeah.
And that was the goal, and it was like, more power to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knew he wanted to go to UMR pretty well out of the gate, and that was his path. And it just. That's a good deal. But if you're not sure, I went to Crowder for 1.5 years and really had no idea what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. And that wasn't time wasted. I mean, it was, still going to school. And I was working full time while I did it.
Right.
But I think just getting the word out and people realizing that, the AI stuff's a big thing. And,
yes. Yeah, we were actually talking about that Tuesday. So, I mean, AI is coming in and taking over, and this is one area that they can't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. They figure out how to unclog a toilet, we'll be in trouble. But
Yeah, I know.
I don't foresee it happening.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So I think we're good.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, and thank you all for watching. And if you would please just hit subscribe, share this video, and we would just appreciate it. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time.